There's something about a group you love embarking on a new journey that makes you hold your breath a little. It's no secret that Twice is nudging towards the end of their original contract. They've been a major player for almost 6 years, and now people are wondering if there's anywhere left to go. Sometime between Fancy and Alcohol Free, Twice took on the sheen of a veteran group. Suddenly, I'm seeing people state outright that Twice has peaked as a group and it's all downhill from here. So the elephant in the room has been, where do we go next? In late June, JYP announced that the next step was in fact an English lead single. Twice has released English remakes of their Korean singles. They've had an English B-side and a somewhat polarizing cover of I Want You Back by the Jackson 5, but an English lead single is something that they've never done before. It's also something I associate more with BTS and Blackpink, who have very forward-facing American audiences. While Twice dominates in Asia, they've never been one of America's token K-pop groups, and when breaking into the West, you kind of have to crack the American nutshell. Twice's Japanese singles have been hit or miss for me, and while quality songwriting has always been one of Twice's greatest strengths, the English market is very competitive, and it doesn't like to budge even when it's being catered to. And then the actual release was a little dicey. The single was announced in June, and then we didn't get a title till August, and then in August we got the first music spoiler, and the single was set to go in September, but then the release was pushed back to October. So there was this weird month-long gap between the first teaser and the actual song. By the time I actually got the YouTube premiere notification, I was worried we were about to get No Man's Twiced. When I first clicked on the song, I just thought to myself over and over, please be good. Please, please be good.
Boya, 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 no. I know you get the feels. Boya, 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 no.
I'm so curious, but your boy wanna keep it cool. But I know every time you move, got me frozen. I get so shy, it's obvious.
The Feels is a disco pop dance song made up of humming guitar, electropop vocals, and a mounting percussion of snares and hand claps. Charmingly nasal and bursting with girl pop charm, the song reminds me of older Twice releases like Yes or Yes. The verses are clean and danceable, trading catchy cuts of melodies between the different members. The Feels has excellent judgment, giving the lines to the right voices at just the right moments. The song takes any excuse to add a new layer of vocals to the already thrumming underchord. The pre-chorus is classic, just you, the beat, and the feeling that I should really start looking at online colleges.
'Cause I can feel a real connection, a supernatural attraction.
Get connected for free with education connection. Get connected for free with education connection.
The Feels plants both feet on the chorus. Half sung, half shouted, the chorus lets loose on vocal, vocal, vocal. Nayeon and Jihyo hit home like they were born to do. Ringing out over the guitar, the chorus is a pop to the face that empties all its bullets one after the other after the other. Lyrically, we've spent the last year talking about temptation, addiction, reckless endangerment, and now alcoholic love. You've Stolen My Heart, Never Let It Go, feels oddly tame for Twice. Maybe it's to make them as palatable as possible to the English-speaking audience. It fits in the pop box for sure, but I worry that it fits so well it might as well disappear into the sea of pop being released right now. I'm not saying they should have gone Godfather on their English debut, and there are great moments like You Got Me Good and I Wanna Be Your Boo, and If It's Dumb, Well, I Wanna Be a Fool. But their Korean releases have English lines like, You Make Me Feel Special, You're Gonna Be Mine Again, and I Can't Stop Me. These lyrics feel more like Baby Twice during their cheer-up era.
Boya, 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 no. I know I get the feels. Boya, 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 no. I know you feel it.
The tagline, however, is a perfect earworm. Momo is a gem in this song. For some reason, there is a never-ending war over whether or not she's an okay singer, but her voice is the perfect partner to that nasal guitar riff. Her parts are my favorites, and she seems really comfortable in this song. The Feels is a song that definitely slants towards its chorus over all else, which makes the song feel somewhat top-heavy, but I think it pays off. The replay value on this song is high. Every time Jihyo lets loose with Lightning Straight to My Heart, I know I'm gonna stay up for just one more listen. Nayeon's power note sends us straight into the final chorus, which is easily the best climax. The music video is adorable. I really love how it feels like a marriage between third and fourth gen aesthetics. I think for prospective American fans, it shows off the charms of modern K-pop. Group dynamics are king over here, and this video is all about the members. You really get a chance to sense the styles of each member and then how they all fit together in the group. I did feel a lack of Junghyun, but I feel at this point I'm just like beating a 5-year dead horse. The choreography is cut together tastefully. Again, this is something that I feel was slightly tame for Twice. People will whinge about their vocals until Lee Soo-man's Robot Revolution destroys us all, but Twice are choreography queens. I get that choreography is less important in the Western pop world, but that's just a chance for Twice to show off something really cool that only they can do. They can pull off incredibly complex and satisfying 9-person choreographies. I'll have to wait for a dance video before I make my final verdict. The outfits were tasteful and quintessentially Twice. Twice have been wearing plaid for like 3 years, but it still looks good. The team outfits remind me of Baby Twice in the best way. It was a cute look back on how far they've come. It also shows how timeless Twice's charm is. We've got moments of Yes or Yes, Cheer Up, Like Ooh Ah, and What Is Love. Prom was the way to go. Americans love prom so damn much. This was a smart concept choice. It's hard not to get fired up when watching the video. I am, however, a bit torn on where this falls as a debut. It's a solid release, which frankly was all I wanted, but let's look big picture. Parts of The Feels feel more like a statement to already existing fans that Twice can pull off an English single if they want, rather than an introduction to the Western world of non-K-pop fans. I'm wondering, will non-fans take to this? What does Joe from Dubuque, Iowa think when watching The Tonight Show? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the difference between this and an English version of Cry For Me is that The Feels is supposed to be something of a debut, right? Honestly, I can see it going either way. There's always a chance people will shrug off the release and it won't stick the way JYP wants it to. There's a chance that the general public will reject adding a new K-pop group to its roster, since a grand total of 2 is already too demanding. So much of doing well in music right now is being the biggest, newest thing, and Twice in this release is more solidifying things that onces already know and love. I'm not sure what that means for a potential new audience. But the way I see it, Twice has always been a slow boil. They've got over a year left on that contract, and they've got money to fall back on. What starts with The Feels could turn into a slow but steady American audience who love the way Twice sound. I would rather have an ABBA than a Caramel Danson, that's all I'm saying. That's what I love best about this debut. It sounds super K-pop. Listening to this song makes me think of 2019 K-pop, not 2020 Western pop. They could have easily done something more on trend with the current Western releases, but instead, The Feels has the hallmark Twice sound and JYP production. We're in this unique time bubble thanks to coronavirus, so why not release something a little more retro electro? The Feels sounds like Twice, not some vaguely secular girl group. Maybe it comes off a little Disney, but I like that Twice is proud to be a K-pop group. I want people to like them for them. K-pop is nasal and saturated and very overproduced, and it's colorful and infectious and it makes you want to dance. It's fucking fun and it makes people feel good no matter what language they speak. And if Joe from Dubuque, Iowa comes down with a case of The Feels for Twice, mission fucking accomplished.